I even adding fam to the mix. What's good, bro?
Well, it looks like Fam is still working on his audio coming in.
Yeah.
Nothing is good, to be honest with you. You look at this 20 to 9, 20 to 10, 20 to 9 loss, and this is everything that Raider Nation had feared about this team coming back together to haunt them all at once. 27 shades of 2017, shades of 2020, shades of 2019, and for all of the talk that we made about how Khalil Mack was supposed to be hurt, injured, compromised, not at 100%, he came out, put 3 sacks up on the Raiders. Anyway, can't hear you, Johnny. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hold on, I got him.
I apologize, fellas. I was at the drive-thru at Baskin Robbins trying to bask in some fat boy glory for myself since the team can't get the damn job done.
And that's what it's come down to. It's got Fam turned into a gallon of Ben & Jerry's.
I tell you, man, this team will make you literally depressing. And I'm sorry, and I said it earlier, this game felt 2017 Washington-esque. Literally. This game felt like, damn, everybody's soul and energy was gone. Nobody had the effort put in offensively, because defense, I mean,
held them to 20.
Exactly. To be honest, I don't even count that last field goal because you had a 4th and 5 and you could have ran the fucking ball. You could have ran the football, but instead, I'm gonna throw it up to Edwards, but you put too much on it. So there's something wrong with your accuracy right here. It's too many times I'm saying, how is he overthrowing this guy? How is he overthrowing that guy? I'm sorry. Look, no matter what you want to think, it ain't hate. It's just being fucking realistic to the point that this man ain't getting the job done. He'll look good that time, but he'll go and look bad that time. We can say the offensive line, but I've seen quarterbacks being able to overcome that and be able to get the job done.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to play this game. I don't want to play this game called I Told Y'all So. But ladies and gentlemen, I was telling Raider Nation last season while people were complaining about the Raider defense last season as I listened. The Raider offense has to score its points. It can't be inconsistent at times in the red zone, this, that, and the other. There's not enough margin for error at all. You're playing a dangerous game here. I was like, regardless if the defense did become average, I was like, the offense is still doing the same thing. We're going to lose games again. The only difference is the score is going to be a little lower. You know, it is what it is. I'm not here to sit there and say, I told y'all so. I've said this since March. The offensive line I felt like was in shambles. I felt like the Raider offense was going to suffer this year and actually take a step back. And, you know, at what point are we all going to try to pay attention to all of this and put our homer feelings to the side? You know, a lot of these fans that are looking at our Raider team right now and are trying to argue about them, they're not even thinking logically. They're thinking with their heart. And, that's that shit has to go, man. That shit has to stop. Do we need to fire Gruden? If Gruden and them can't get the job done this year, yes, get Gruden the fuck out the building and bring somebody else in that knows how to run an offense and kick ass. I'm tired of it.
And you look at this, and we've been in the mid to low 20s in red zone scoring. You at first it looked great when they came out, and yes, there's an issue with the line. Yes, there are issues with injury, but this is the same tired story now going on 3 years in a row, but faster. This happened weeks faster. The wheels have fallen off weeks faster than it did last season. There's now an added controversy which took over his press conference after a pathetic showing on offense to begin with. So now we got a distraction. We've got a lack of execution. The game plan that he wants to go with is not working. There's no adaptation. You're watching a regression flat out. Of the entire team. I'm not even going to just hang this one completely on the quarterback.
No,
you can't. There was a regression of the entire team. And at first, I didn't think that this was going to be the way, but after the half, it was just like it's week 5. It's a 17-week season, 18 games and 18 weeks in total, and we're headed into week 6. There is 12 more weeks of that shit show looking forward to us, unless something changes. And I'm going to tell you right now, nothing is going to change in the product of that field with what you have. They're going to try to continue to tweak what they have, try to stick with what they're putting out there that is no longer working, that everybody else has seemed to figure out. I've been saying that they need to spread the field out and go with that, and they continue to run this bunch formation stuff and try to commit to a running game that's not working. You got to help these linemen out and give them less guys to be crowded around the line of scrimmage on defense. They are looking at 5 to 7 guys at the line of scrimmage every single play. And if they're having problems figuring out who to block, make it simpler for them. But this has got to change. Some shit has got to get figured out, and it's got to get figured out now. Right now, they're 3-2. They're a game behind the Chargers when they were a game better than them. But it's not over. But if they don't fix something and fix it fast, it will be.
And while Raider fans were bragging about Kansas City's shortcomings, look at what the hell is going on with the team right now. I think Raider fans got a little ahead of themselves in regards to KC. Honestly, I do.
I mean, my whole point is this. First thing, then the one thing, Phil, I don't know if anybody else has noticed. The fucking protection calls that are being made at the line of scrimmage. I don't think anybody's knowing that shit right there. Why the fuck is Derek Carr calling that at the line of scrimmage? Because he does not know what he's doing. And I caught that shit Sunday, and I saw this, not Sunday, but Monday night, and then I see the same shit today. And the other thing that pissed me off is this. Andre James needs to get the hell out of the center position, bro. This instant. Tom K will try to put on a cape for him, and I'm going to just say this. That was the worst.
He got him paid.
I watched this man snap the football today and whiffed. I mean, whiffed to the point where how the hell did he get in? How did Nichols get in the backfield? This motherfucker just whiffed and wondering what
twice.
I hate to sound cruel. Don't take this the wrong way. You remember that video, the blind kid playing football?
Okay.
That's how Andre James looked out there. What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, bro. That's how he looks. He looks like a blind man playing football right now. Terrible.
It's gonna make me stroke out, bro.
I'm not gonna let them. Nah, fuck that. I ain't gonna get that shit on me this time. I let that shit happen too many years. I'm not letting this shit happen anymore.
No, that's real.
I'm gonna be real to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Do not let this team have you fucking frustrated. They don't pay your fucking bills and they don't fucking help satisfy you. All right. If you need to have a drink, go have a drink. If you gotta go talk to your lady, go talk to your lady. But don't let this motherfucking team give you a damn heart attack. All right. Live your fucking life, because they're the ones in the end of the day are going to be sitting there looking dumb as shit. Now, the one thing is this: continue to waste your money in the tickets, continue to waste your money in getting jerseys and whatnot. But until they get their self together, they ain't getting a damn fucking dime out of me.
The Bears defense was calling out the Raiders plays today. You saw
it
multiple times. And to me, you look at that, you put it with everything else that's happening, that's all of a sudden started happening in the last couple of weeks, especially this week. How do you move forward with the same pieces? Look at this. The last time you saw the defense calling out the Raider plays like that was when they was getting their ass dug out in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is bad.
It was bad, bro, because the fact that they were able to call majority of the plays out, who got the fucking plays then, or who gave the plays?
That's a really good question.
Think about that, Phil. You just said it right there. When you had the Super Bowl, when they got the ass dug out, you know, it was the same plays that Gruden ran when he was with the Raiders.
Yeah.
And Tim Brown and Jerry Rice tried to tell Bill Callahan, do not run this shit. Yep. Run something else.
Yep.
Now you got the same shit that happened today.
Yep.
Who the fuck gave you those damn plays? But we could say that, or we can also say this. You're running basically the same fucking shit in the first half.
Yeah.
Same shit over and over and over again, to where other teams are able to recognize it, call it out, and then be correct.
Hold on. Derek Carr literally just fucking validated my point that I said earlier in the fucking year. Carr wouldn't say teams had figured out the Raiders' offense, but Bears were calling out some plays, mentioned uncharacteristic drops, and said he thought Leatherwood did okay in his first game at guard. But you remember what I was saying? Mamba and Harden and Dame Lillard, Pistol Pete. They know the shit because the shit has been ran this year and last year. But I'm over here capping. You know what? I'm done with this team with that. Real talk, I'm done. I said the shit. The shit has been exposed. If you don't change the shit, you're going to deal with it all season.
Yep. All season long. And you look at it and and here was the thing that got me. Is like, you showed it to them. They called it out. They adjusted to it. You were saved by the end of the quarter. And then went back and tried to run it anyway. Unsuccessfully, might I add. It is.
They do it to themselves. They do it to themselves. They gotta live with this shit.
It's I'm to my boiling point to where I'm wanting Gruden and them gone out the building. Get Carr out the building too, and start over fresh. Kind of like what the Chargers are doing with Staley and Herbert.
Hold on, let me slide in there and talk about that, because you said something key about Carr. It's like I really honestly think that it's not that we could say what we want to as the haters and the people who are not bowing down and worshiping Carr for the quarterbacking that he's done, or pointing out the warts that he has when we see them. But I looked at the body language of the receivers and the running backs and the people around it, and it really is not looking like they are on the same page at all. And that's being about as nice and as kind as I can say it. I know that he's been hanging Josh Jacobs out to dry, and the first pass he threw to Hunter Renfrow was Hunter stretched out in between four guys. Waller, it's guys are put in positions where they got to make business decisions to make a catch. Hunter Renfrow, God rest his soul, praise his soul. That guy isn't getting. You want to talk about who's the best slot receiver in the league? You want to look at want to use yards and touchdowns to determine that statistic. But I dare you to get anybody else out there to get into Hunter Renfrow's shoes and make the catches he's got to make on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of making the catch, not be worried about getting your head fucking knocked off after you make the catch.
Yeah. He's been handling everything like a straight up, what I call straight up G to begin with. Just like remember the hits away from the play that were coming at Winfro and all that. Winfro sat there and said, he just shrugged his shoulders and said it happens all the time. Yeah. Brushed it off like it was nothing.
Yeah, that to me. Who's out here making all the hits? It ain't the defense. Oh, excuse me, let me walk that back. Abram had a good shot.
He had some good shots.
He had some good shots. So let me walk that back.
The one thing that pissed me off, bro, Yannick getting that damn penalty, but I mean, he got the sack in that damn half because I was like, shit, they really about to let him score right here.
Yeah.
Took that pulse away from him, and I'm thinking like, okay, you know what? They got a sack. They said, okay, we held them. It's now 14-3. We have a chance. And then third quarter, we come out laying a fucking goose egg. I mean, this shit gets old. Last year, you had the problem in the second half doing this shit. Now you got the problem in the first half. And then today, it was just like, oh, the media's talking about us. We're dealing with this. We're dealing with that. And this was too much of a distraction where, hey, I think Mark Davis, bro, you got your hands tied. You got to cut ties with something now.
Hey, that's a lot of money that you've committed, and that's.
You know what? You live and you learn.
You absolutely do. You absolutely.
What you want me to put it like? I mean, shit. He pulled a Vi.
Well, he tried to deliver. It just didn't work. See, that's different. See, Vi took the money and disappeared. But
if you fire him, that's what he's getting ready to do. Am I lying?
If that's the case, get rid of Gruden. Get rid of Gruden and bring in Bieniemy. I agree with that one guy at _69. I totally agree. Get Bieniemy in there before USC finds a way to lure him in, or he continues to ride it out with Kansas City as Kenny's successor. Fuck all the waiting. Don't let Bieniemy be the successor for the Chiefs. Nope. Let him be the new coach for the Raiders, and let's get it done.
I'll be like, look, bro, I'm giving you this. I'm giving you. If you want a new quarterback, go and get yourself a new quarterback. What else do you want? Give his ass everything he needs. Because, Mark, you're in a situation where this ain't about friendship and buddy. You're in one of the highest markets in the country for making fucking money. You can't just go out here and just lay another goose egg in Vegas and say, well, we had this going on and that going. It ain't going to cut it.
Yes.
Get you a damn coach that's going to get the job done. Get you a quarterback that's going to get the job done. And fix this damn O-line.
Get Bieniemy in here. Bieniemy, I'm sure, will straighten everything up. And I don't care about, I don't care about Bieniemy being a rival right now and all that
You
shit.
don't give a damn, man. This is a business. This is a
kick that
business.
nonsense off to the side.
This is a business.
This is a business. The Raiders are in the business of winning, and they need to fucking act like it. That's
Hold on. Let Phil speak. Because Phil been sitting back here like, it's sad. Sad, I'm ready to speak.
Bruh, it's just sitting here listening to all of this, thinking about this, looking at this. I'm in the comments. I'm looking what everybody said. Everybody's right. And this is just the sky shouldn't be falling in week 5. The sky should not be falling in week 5. Like I said earlier, I should be feeling confident that at 3-2, they should be able to pull this together, and that they still have a whole season to get right and roll back on. But the reality of the situation is that they do not. The offensive line is not going to get better. The running back, I mean, listen, he's washed. He's washed. Even if you do get everybody blocked up, Josh Jacobs is going to get you 5 yards a carry at best. The last time he ran for 20 plus yards was last year, and he only did it 5 times. He had 200-yard rushing games last season, down from the 8 that he had as a rookie. The yards per carry before contact have gone down almost a full yard. The yards after contact have gone down a full yard. This is not, he's constantly injured. And whether it's his fault, we got a lot of issues where we're saying it's not his fault, it's not this guy's fault. Well, they're fucking losing, and it's got to be somebody's goddamn fault.
Yep.
It's got to be somebody's fault. Your running game has gone to shit. You brought in a guy, Kenyon Drake, to help and paid him a whole bunch of money. He's not giving you anything. You brought back Jalen. You brought Jalen Richard back on the IR. We wanted to run him out of town, but you suddenly need him because somebody has got to be able to throw a block. Now we're talking about Hunter Renfrow. What can't Hunter Renfrow do? I tell you what, I saw Hunter Renfrow do that I damn sure didn't see Foster Moreau do, which was steal a fucking defensive end on a down block. That's what I didn't see out of the tight end. I've been on Foster Moreau's line since week 2. He is killing us. Killing us. His blocking has been awful.
He didn't got weak.
You look to get a guy to help Leatherwood. He's been a fucking turnstile out there at tight end, letting guys woo. Look out! It bad. He got you a touchdown in the red zone. When was the last time he saw a ball in his direction? He's not even going out in pass routes. Even when he does, he's not getting it. This is a joke. This whole you're supposed to have 900 plus plays. Heard in the offseason, a couple hundred more new plays. Where are they at? All of this shit that everybody's seen run, take that and throw that shit away. Lock it somewhere. Keep it as a relic for a football museum. You need some new shit, and you need it now.
So my whole thing is this, Phil. Why the fuck did the whole new offense, new plays and shit disappear? Why? As I was told that they had it set up for this year. They had it set up week 1. They had it set up week 2, week 3, all that shit. We can go down the fucking list. But why is it not being ran? You want to know why? I think you do know, Phil. So, Phil, I'm going to let you say it.
No, go ahead. Let it finish your thought.
Who's calling the audibles at the line? Who's not going with what they originally want to go with?
it really, really begs that question. And for all of the autonomy we have at the line of scrimmage, for all that we trust your ability to read the defense, all that we like the way that you can get us in and out of bad plays. What the fuck is going on? Where is that at? You show me where they're getting out of good plays, getting into good plays from bad plays, executing said plays, and it comes back down to your quarterback. Your quarterback came out 3 games, was making it happen. The last 2 games, he has not.
Like I said, well, shit, I take that back. It seems like fucking after Bosa said his piece, it's fucked with his head.
And then he promptly walked out and proved him right. Now, that's not to say that he didn't take some shots today, because he did. He definitely took some shots today. But this is the National Football League, bro.
But hold up. I hate to cut you off right there, but I'm just getting it off my chest. Because he said that, what did we say when we ended last week? He laid the blueprint. That's the blueprint, bro. It ain't the O-line. It's when you hit this motherfucker, you get him spooked. I know the O-line's bad, but the blueprint was laid there where Bosa said, well, you hit him a few times, he's spooked for the rest of the game.
And this is just me personally, and I'll say this, and I'll leave it at that on this. You hear, and I've heard Carr saying he's been talking a lot of trash to these defensive ends. If you know your right tackle and your offensive line are graded as the worst players at their positions, the last guys that you should be talking any type of shit to would be all pros who have to go against them. Mack was supposed to be on one leg with bad ribs, half a knee, and all other types of shit. And he's out there looking like he was playing for us against the damn Broncos all over again.
Yeah.
Said, stop talking shit when you're not winning. Stop talking shit when you're going down 14. You're spotting teams 14 points a half week after week after week after week. Stop talking shit when you go on damn near 3/4 of a season without scoring on your opening possession. We can say all you want to about the defense. We can say all about who got hurt. But for 11 weeks in a row dating back to last season, no points to start the game.
Yep. Now, I don't mean to jump in like this too, but there's another thing I wanted to bring up to y'all because no, you guys see my tweets and everything. You guys know.
Yeah.
So every week I've been coming up with score predictions for the Raiders and their opponents, right? Now ask yourselves this question. Why didn't I come up with a score prediction this week for you? Because I felt like we was going to lose this week. That's why. And I didn't want to stir up the pot. I didn't want to come across as being negative and this, that, and the other, but I could have came up with some realistic factors on why I felt like we was going to lose this game to the Bears. And sure as shit, everything went the way I didn't want it to go. And, the team ended up losing. But I didn't want to come off as being negative or whatever. But, yeah, there's a reason why I didn't put no score prediction down. I didn't think we was going to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think we was going to win this game. I was not hyped up about it. No, nothing. You didn't hear a peep from me about this game. Nothing. You didn't hear nothing until I seen the Raiders playing like absolute dog shit. Then I started going off. And for that, I don't apologize for nothing.
No. Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit.
I don't apologize to the fans out there that come on Twitter, trying to puff out their little jello chest talking about you need to learn how to watch the fucking game. Excuse me? Nah, you need to learn how to watch the fucking game.
You know what?
I don't know what the fuck, what kind of football some people are watching, but it's ridiculous and crazy and half-ass, just pure half-assery for you to come out and tell people on Twitter that the defense is losing y'all the game against the Bears. What the fuck kind of backwoods shit are you guys smoking out there to come out and tell people that the Raider defense lost a fucking game? This is 40 years of my fucking life have I never seen the dumbass fuckery all over Twitter that I've seen today. And you fans gotta be fucking ashamed of yourself, because once again, I'm gonna tell you guys again, a lot of you guys on Twitter that want to defend Carr or defend Gruden or defend the goddamn offense, you guys are thinking with your fucking hearts and you're not trying to think logically here. It's time to think logically. Put down the fucking crack, put down the blunt, put down the fucking drink, put down the fucking roids, whatever the fuck you're pumping yourselves up with, and start using your fucking mind. Your mind's the strongest fucking thing in your body.
It is.
God,
fucking A, bro.
It is. So there's been too much excuse making for not getting the return on your investment, your offensive investments. It's been too much of that. The red zone percentage, bad. The offense that comes out and shows you everything it's capable of for half a season, now it's down to 3 games. And then suddenly bad. Can't do anything. Is it that the players can't play? No, it's not that the players can't play, but somehow they're uninspired. Somehow, when they're down on the sidelines, do you see anybody rallying the troops, getting everybody together?
They just sit their asses down.
Do you see anybody talking to the defense, pumping up the defense, trying to get, hey, you get us the ball back, we'll go out there, we'll make it happen? No, you don't see none of that. You see separate factions out there on the sideline of collectively not getting it done. And somebody has got to give it down. Somebody has got to come up and say what Nelson Aguilar had the balls to say at the end of the season, except they need to say that right fucking now.
Hey, Phil, you know what? You remember the original shit we were all hearing about with Nelson Aguilar when he said, you guys suck?
Yep.
I think he literally meant what he meant. You guys suck. And then you had what?
Games over there.
Keyshawn Nixon come out and what was that other bum that got his ass burnt by AJ Brown? Well, I haven't forgot his name. What's his face? That's his name. What's his face? Coming out here saying that y'all blowing this shit out of proportion and all that. No, we're not blowing it out of proportion, because what you're showing us here is what literally everything that was said about Aguilar saying this to the team is what we're seeing out there. We're seeing it offensively. And it's fucking disgusting. You talk about, well, we went out here to the park and we went out here to do this and do that and do that. And it ain't fucking registering on the field, bruh. It's not. So all that extra shit, you get your little photographer guy to come out there and make it look all exciting and sexy and shit. It ain't doing a damn thing. It's not registering. From the O-line, we had Andre James out here. We were doing this. No. It's a split right now.
Yeah. I don't see this team out there acting like alpha dogs out there at all. No. They're not out there literally pissing excellent. I just see a bunch of betas filling their pull-ups, wetting themselves, shitting themselves, just can't get it done. They don't understand how to get it done. It's a hot mess out there right now, man. And understandably, y'all got to feel my pain. Right now, though, I don't give two shits how other people feel. I'm not here to please you. I'm just here to tell y'all how it is from my perspective and to be fair across the board, which I'm totally doing as a fan of this team.
let me be frank. The Raiders got punked on offense for the second week in a row. And now, for all the rah-rah that they were talking about being about that life when it came to training camp practice against the Raiders, to Mario Edwards Jr., a former Raider, Khalil Mack, a former Raider, out there destroying the Raiders. Khalil Mack threw up the O in Vegas.
The O.
The O.
Yeah.
He threw up the O. Mario Edwards Jr. is getting personal foul penalties. Why? Because fuck it. These fools weren't going to do shit about it. He had to let these fools know what time it was. And they did. They let him know what time it was and continued to take it to him all 60 minutes. The Raiders, I don't know how. And honestly, this is getting to be more and more leaning towards a fireable offense. But how your coach does not ever have his team ready to play at the beginning of games. You've heard this constantly, whether it's been the end of the season, the beginning of the season, after the loss. That has got to be your number one job priority, to have your team ready to play. What happens after you get there may be something completely different, but you can't continue to shit the bed right out of the gate.
Yeah.
This is week after for five. Count them up. 5 weeks in a row. This team has spotted at least double-digit leads in the first quarter. Not the first quarter, the first half, with the exception. No, even I believe they did with the Steelers as well.
Today, the only game the Raiders managed to hold on to a lead to so far was actually the Steelers game. Today, while fans were complaining about the Raider defense on Twitter, which I didn't understand to begin with, the Raiders held on to a 3-0 lead, had some stops in the first quarter, had an absolute shot to go up early by double digits and just couldn't do it. And when the Bears scored, they finally scored. They started moving the chains towards the end of the first quarter and carried on and scored at the beginning of the second quarter. And yet again, the Raider offense, I don't know how many possession after possession after possession. It's either they're punting or it's a turnover, and it's been easy 3-and-outs for them. They didn't even get a single first down until what point of the first quarter? I think it was 3 drives in a row. They went 3 plays, 3-and-out every time. No first downs. No first downs, no trips to the red zone, no nothing until towards the end of the first quarter. They went up 3-0. 3-0. Bears got the ball back, moved the ball, boom, in the first, scored in the second, and then it just went to shit from there.
Yeah. Now, I don't know the answer to this, but my overall opinion of Mr. Arnett is he's a flawed individual. Justin Fields probably could have used some Jedi mind tricks on him to figure some things out, but the real problem was offense, lack thereof. It's
2 games, 11 points on average from the offense. 2 games, 11 points on average. And some people want to tell me it's the defense. It's the defense. When the offense is averaging 11 points the last 2 games.
48 points collectively, 24-point average, down a whole touchdown from last year's defense. But it's still the defense.
Yeah, exactly. These guys are I don't understand this blind faith, blind love in a coach or quarterback or whoever. You guys are supposed to be Raider fans, not one fucking player fan. Not one fucking player fans or one coach fans or whatever. You're a Raider fan. That means you're a fan of the fucking team. All 53 fuckers that make the fucking team. Not one person. Not two persons. Not three. All of them. Every man on that fucking roster you're a fan of. So start acting like it rather than siding with one fucker on the team or whatever fucker it is you like. You like the team, right? Well, act like you fucking do instead of being a goddamn car fan or whoever the fuck you're a fan of. You're a fan of the fucking Las Vegas Raiders. 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 It's making my blood boil talking this shit, man.
Y'all got anything to add in the comment section? I've said all that I can say about this, at least for today, until I have the misfortune of watching this disappointment again tomorrow and getting all fired up all over again to watch all of the opportunities.
This is going to be a fucking shit show watching this again tomorrow.
And knowing the outcome, just there need to be a long, hard look at what's the structure of this organization and how they fix this, because with the amount of coaches and players that are getting cycled through, that they don't, and particularly the players, it doesn't seem to be that the players are the problem, because they seem to be able to enjoy success in other places where the coaching is better.
So I'm going to read this real quick. This came from Josh Jacobs. I've been around this guy for 3 years now. I've never felt a certain type of way about him. He's never rubbed me a certain way, that type of way. I mean, what he said is what he said. At the end of the day, but I mean more. I definitely trust him. I mean, it was 10 years ago. People grow. Now, there's offense. Hey, I don't know about that offense, but,
He's part of the problem, too. He is getting his ass to and through the hole extremely slow. And he was borderline slow when he came into the league. He could take a hit. He used to be able to take a hit without getting hurt. But he's like I said earlier, he's not getting there. He's not getting to the hole when it's properly blocked, and he's not bouncing off tacklers like he used to. And the best you're getting out of him is about 5 yards a touch. I saw him get a 7-yard run, and I believe that was one of his longest on the day.
Yeah,
if not the longest.
Yeah, that's something. That's something that I'm gonna look at later. Because as of late, with me watching games and everything else, you guys know that I went to Kentucky and Florida and watched them rumble. I was paying attention to Jaquez Jones, their linebacker. I was paying attention to Will Levis, the quarterback, and I was also paying attention to Rodriguez, their running back. And Rodriguez would be an interesting character for the Silver and Black if he was, drafted in the future by the Raiders. But I'll discuss him another time with you guys. I like the young man.
I like Robinson out of Texas as well.
Yes, Robinson's nice. Really nice.
I was like, shit.
Yeah,
I said, Phil, when your old ass get out on that field?
Reliving the old Texas days.
Not with them damn Forrest Whitaker slew footwalk. But I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna talk my shit more because, like I said, a long time ago, I figured the fucking audibles out. And what did the fucking Bears just basically do today?
Yeah, it looks like they figured it all out. And
But Denzel Good told me I was capping. Bullshit.
Don't know what I'm talking about, boy. I tell you,
I guess I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're just a fan. You don't know what you're talking about, boy. Watch the game. Shut the hell up.
That's how I figured it out. I didn't pull this out of my ass.
Nope.
9 points.
Only reason why I didn't show it out on Twitter because I don't want that shit just drifting the fuck around and shit.
Right.
Because then, somebody could just snatch it up and take it.
And have a situation where they were able to point out your audibles, as you called them, say in the middle of the game when you called them.
Exactly. So, like I said, put some fucking respect on my motherfucking name.
If there's fans out there that's watching football closely, like some of us do, and us fans are able to figure things out, what the fuck you think the opposing teams are doing? You think they're not figuring this out on their own? Mm-hmm. They're figuring it out. If fans like us are figuring out what their team is doing offensively and everything else, whatever the case may be, whatever they're doing wrong, and we're able to spot this, you know how easy these other teams around the league are spotting this as well, and they're taking full advantage of it. Us fans should not be able to see the problems that go on with this team on a weekly basis.
That's clear.
Should not be seeing it. We should not be knowing about play calls, this, that, and the other. We should not be knowing it. We shouldn't even be knowing what the team's strategies is going to be. This team should be able to surprise us, do what they're supposed to do, and win the fucking game. And guess what? They're not. They're coming back with this Mickey Mouse shit on the field. They're getting stopped, and they're putting on a pathetic performance. Like I said, the last 2 weeks, 11 points on average. 9 points against the Bears today. The Raiders had a chance to score 20-plus points today, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They couldn't muster nothing up at all. First quarter, they had the opportunity to go up as much as 14-0 right off the gate, and they couldn't do that. Or 6-0 if I'm being nice and, giving the Bears the benefit of the doubt that they stopped the Raiders and forced them to field goals. But the point is, the Raiders had an absolute shot to take this game early and dish it out to the Bears early to where they forced the Bears to play catch up and a young rookie quarterback to make mistakes. And they still couldn't fucking do that. So when are we all going to wake up and start questioning Gruden, Carr? It is time to stop putting blind faith into individuals on a team, and it's time to hold everybody accountable. Period. That's what needs to happen. Okay, I get it. You guys love Derek Carr. He's a Fresno State guy. I get it. You love him. You love everything that he is doing. He's a preacher man. He's doing his thing. He's giving back to the community and being this and that. He's being a good human being. But guess what? You got to put that bullshit off to the side, and you got to sit there and you got to criticize him fairly. This. I love you. You love me. We are happy family. That's just not going to slide. It's not going to slide, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to slide. It's not going to work. Barney's not going to save it.
Not at all.
Nope.
Not at all. But a lot of people have asked me, why does everybody hate on Carr? Why does everybody think that he's not good? And why does everybody think that he's scared? Oh, Matthew Escalante put it perfectly. It's sickening to see a check down pass for 5 yards when it's third long, and long as in more than 10 yards. The long is in 10 yards. Long is in 8 yards. Why is it that you continue to throw a pass 5 yards short of the marker to a guy who's going to get crushed, creamed, and even hit by two guys the moment he turns around? Josh Jacobs nearly got his knees taken out a couple of times from catching those passes, turning around, and, oh, hey, there's this guy there who's wanting to hit you right in your kneecap so that he can drop you. Flat-footed. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it to Renfro. I've seen him do it to Edwards. I've seen him do it to everybody. These guys have got. It is a occupational hazard to catch a pass from Carr.
Hey, Tycho, tell that to fucking Denzel Good.
I would totally agree. Here's the thing too. I wouldn't mind the check downs on 3rd and long if the defense was playing fucking prevent, but they're not. They're not playing prevent, guys.
No.
So you can't be throwing it short like this to the stick, man. We don't have Tyreek Hills everywhere. Wide receiver. We don't have this and that. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You can't do this on 3rd and longs. You can't throw those checkdowns like that, man. Yeah, and you can't make excuses for those checkdowns either, guys. On a 3rd and long, and you're throwing a 3-yard, 4-yard dump off, and you're expecting the guy catching the ball to play hero ball and to move the chains when you got people that's gonna be right there in front of them, swarming his ass right out the gate after the catch. Come on, man. Maybe if it was prevent D, but this ain't no prevent D.
No.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They got to be, but they got to be better. How do you get better? You're supposed to have cash. You're supposed to have draft picks. You had the draft picks. I mean, you look at what's been done with everything that they had in order to be good, in order to turn it around. And once again, this regime has slept at the wheel and steered off course, and somehow promised us some goods that they couldn't deliver. Yeah. They had 5 number 1 draft picks for trading Carr and Amari Cooper. Of those 5 draft picks, how many of them are going to be on the team for a second contract? Probably none of them. But I tell you what, both Mack and Cooper are out there playing at high levels for other people. Yep. And there's a large ego problem with this team, and there really shouldn't be, because nobody has done any winning. Said Del Rio was the most winningest coach the Raiders have had in years.
And another thing that needs to get added to with, picks and everything being missed on or whatever, right?
Trades?
It's the trades, the free agency signings. A lot of this shit is killing the team. And then, a lot of excuses that I see out of the Raider fans too is, we're still rebuilding. Mayock's rebuilding. Mayock's doing this, or Gruden's rebuilding. What's up with the Chargers? Why are they turning shit around so fast? Why does the Cleveland Browns look like they're turning shit around? Why is other teams rebuilding faster than the Raider organization right now? What's the problem?
You want to know what's funny, bro?
We got younger coaches.
The Saints look better with damn Jameis Winston.
They got younger coaches who understand what it takes to win in today's NFL, to get the most out of their talent, to get guys into space to where they can hit yards after the catch, where they can hit big plays, where they can get spaces. And right now, John's playbook is looking kind of relic-ish.
I mean, Gruden's supposed to have all these plays in his playbook. I hear that I hear most NFL playbooks are supposed to be like, we're talking about like 300, 400 pages or something crazy like that. And, obviously if teams are figuring out what the Raiders are doing offensively, there's not a lot of plays at their disposal, obviously, to mix it up and, throw people off balance and off guard completely.
Well, but there is, and some of that is the allocation of the ball and the decision making from the person who's got the ball in their hands and doing something. I've watched Henry Ruggs go in motion on a fly sweep, jet sweep. I couldn't count how many times. And to this day, to my knowledge, he's only carried it once. I've watched defenses not shift. I've seen him have the ability to take off and run with it if they would just give him the ball, which they don't. And it's like, okay, if you're going to run a play, you have to, and it's going to be an option type play, you have to show the defense that you are going to utilize every option.
You know, you gotta be creative, man. Gotta get creative. And the Raiders obviously is not doing what they can do to be creative enough.
Not creative enough for sure.
We need to see more of it. There's a lot that needs to be seen, but right now, the recurring theme for the Raiders right now is offensive shortcomings, defense is average. What's going on with the Raider offense right now? It's supposed to be the backbone of the team right now. You know, this is where your star quarterback is, and you know he's the guy that was getting those MVP chants earlier on this year, and you know, supposed to get us to the promised land.
Yeah, that's why
walk on water. Sitting at the table with the apostles. You know, all that other shit, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Robinson, you're muted, bro.
No, I know. My son came in here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you was trying to jump in and say some shit or not. Now I was like, yo, you need it, bro.
It's a very disappointing game, to say the least. It's a very disappointing outing. It's a very disappointing couple of weeks. And it has the propensity to be a very disappointing season going forward. Something has got to change. You've watched this movie 3 times now, and I got to tell you, it ain't the Godfather trilogy. That's what it's not. Okay, something needs to happen, and no, the Bears were not a good team, not at all, not at all. The defense. You want to talk about average? Okay, the Bears' defense was average. The back end of their defense is not good. But they were never tested. Not one. Hardly, maybe once. A couple of times. And when they were tested, the car didn't deliver the football. Did not deliver a catchable ball. So it's hard. It's hard to watch them lose to teams that you know they should beat. But I mean, kind of someone's MO going back to Fresno State.
Well, brother, I'm just gonna say this.
Hello, everyone.
I thought y'all believed in Mamba mentality.
No, I've been doing this a long time, and I told you I wasn't gonna get too high on the highs, too low on the lows. I was gonna go out there and do my best, leave my best in you to see I'm a champion without a ring.
You know, I'm just pissed, brother.
And you know, I love that guy. He's a great guy, but you know, he has succeeded in pissing me off enough to come out there and score 10 points, score 9 points, excuse me, not 10, because I had an opportunity to get a 2-point conversion, but you know, my brother Khalil over there.
So hold on. This is the one thing I'm going to end off with, bro. And you know, Johnny was hitting on it left and right, but this is one thing that really stuck to my fucking brain. Raiders defense held the Bears to under 20 points, basically. That last field goal, I don't give a fuck about. That's 17. I was told if the defense plays just average, that the Raiders are a Super Bowl team because of an elite offense led by a top 10 quarterback. I leave it off as that. I'm done. I'm gonna continue to keep talking my shit because once again,
it'll be a long week. It's gonna be a real long week.
Oh, I got a whole damn script ready. It might be a better script than Gruden's.
We'll see us a lot.
I can guarantee you it has more than 25 plays. Other than that, you guys, we out. If you just tune into the show, you can go on and recap that bad boy. Mr. Phil Robinson let you guys know. Mr. Johnny Pham, who was with us earlier, let you guys know. And myself, I let you guys know.
This ain't it.
Same old shit.
This ain't it.
But what I like y'all to do, subscribe to the Unfiltered Truth. Give our boy Johnny Pham a follow. Give Mr. Phil Robinson III a follow on Twitter. And you can find me, Phil Jones NFL, talking my shit. And if you feel that you got the ball, and I ain't saying everybody. There's a few motherfuckers that want to come at me the wrong way. Pull the fuck up. Pull the fuck up. I ain't got time for this shit no more. I don't. I'm going to say it like Dave Chappelle said it best. Twitter's not a real place, motherfuckers.
Nope.
I'm done. Nick Lopez, yeah, we got you, bro. We out. Enjoy your evening as best as possible.